Invented personhood. What a great subject matter. Well, it is what it is. The word invention shows up in Samuel Johnson's dictionary of 1755. And so we just go to the word invent. We do this on the fly, of course. Invention is a fiction, and it's called forgery, the thing invented. Now, because the whole system of personhood is based on these little forms, these birth records, these birth certificates. They called it a foundation identity document. That is what you need to act on to be a legal person. So there's nothing you're receiving right now from the legal system that does not come from you acting as a legal person. Now, interestingly, when you do a little bit of research in personhood, they only have two versions. They've got a natural person because they need to assign something legal onto something natural to make this work. So, of course, they seem to, when I say they, that's the legal system, the lawyers have to have a belief system that you already believe that you're a person. So the best they can get is you're already assumed to be a person, and that would make you a natural creation of God, basically assigned a legal state surname for national identity purposes. And that would, of course, work with the evidence of a birth certificate. You act on it, you're now a natural person. You're acting on the name that's on the registration, and of course you move this around the monopoly board. It couldn't work any other way. You are activating it because of your own actions and energy. It just doesn't happen without your energy. Just like viewing someone playing Monopoly with a little man or a player on the board, that player doesn't move on its own unless it's an Ouija board, but even a Ouija board still requires your energy to get involved in that demonology. So the player moves around the board with your energy, and therefore you're moving the player. Whatever the player's recognized is really just this Monopoly board piece that you're consenting to be involved in. Consent removes mistake. Monopolies are only banned based on involuntary operation. The monopoly that you're involved with in the legal system of personhood and state legal citizenship is based on voluntary activity. So therefore, the monopoly is not, in essence, violating any rules because it's got your voluntary consent, which is the whole definition of democracy, or the people giving their consent to be governed by the system that they're participating in. So when you look back at the personhood, you'll see two categories. You'll see the natural person they have to have because they have no other way to operate it other than having you believe that you're in humanism or this legal, secular, or natural person. The next level up is an artificial person, which could be any of the imaginations that you, imagining yourself as the legal, natural person, could come up with. Now, when you look back at the origin of this, somehow we seem to always be getting back to Babylon, and especially into Roman paganism, because the Romans were professional liars and fictionalists. So when you look at invented personhood, because surnames are really more so a recent invention as far as the major population all involved in it, but invented personhood seems to go back to an interesting character known as Pope Innocent IV. Now that's an oxymoron in itself. A pagan misrepresentation of Christ, claiming that he's innocent. But of course he claims this innocence under personhood. So I just take you to the Bible. God created man. Then you've got Satan's world after sin. And Satan, via the Roman Catholic Babylonian Pope Innocent IV, invented legal personhood, a fiction called persona ficta. Acting in legal persona evidences you as a Roman Catholic mythical person of a legal humanism concept or idea, mainly designed for idiots, denying free grace and then you're known as a reasonable person. Now, if you want to hear further on reasonable person, we'll put a video up on that next. Okay? And then you will see how this all connects. You need to do your due diligence. We may sound like we're getting a little crass right now with you, but you need to know the truth, because the truth will make you free. If you continue down whining about how the government's not doing something for you, the onus relies and rests solely on you at this point, because do not expect a paganistic system to initiate the escape. It's up to you.